Welcome back to our third installment of Sunset Riders. Sadly, I think it's only going to be one of us for the rest of it.
How are you going to go on?
I don't know. I think you have to hit continues.
Oh. So the power's in my hands, huh?
Yeah, I guess you could end it.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah,
Switch over to
that's what it
asshole.
is. Yeah. Asshole.
I can end it right now.
God, if we can
Am I
both
still
come back.
here?
No.
Game over. It's a bunch of crap.
Fucking Chief Wigwam.
His name's Chief Wigwam.
Paco Loco probably is impossible.
See, now you're just getting down on yourself.
Oh God, I just like cramped up my jaw. First time I did that since Catholic school.
It was probably because of the break. What are you doing?
I can't. I can't. What? I can't get. This guy. Okay. I don't know, dude. Ever since I lost you, it's like I lost my fight.
Well, see, what you didn't realize is even though I was dying a lot more than you, there were so many moments where that bullet was so close to your head, that guy was about to pull the trigger, and I came out of nowhere.
Well, that's what I noticed. You dove in front of him quite a bit.
Well, and that was entirely intentional, not because I suck at these kinds of games.
But you're just more of a
can
selfless
tell
person
by
than
it.
I
It's
am.
just
Yeah, exactly.
prestige
Except
skills.
when it comes to power-ups.
Yeah. But you need them. Because you really take one for the team. Team Retrograders.
I've always been kind of traditionally bad at these games. I never even...
Like shoot 'em ups?
Yeah, and I
Shmups
never
or
really
whatever.
grabbed them whenever I would rank games when I was younger. Because
Yeah.
I was just bad at them. Like, I could never make it past the second level. I'd play it for an hour, and even as a little kid, get super angry and just be
Yeah.
done with it.
See, I've always loved side-scrollers or platforming games, if you will, and that's why I think that's what I've stuck to mainly. Which I hate to be all like, oh, Mario, because everybody's fucking played Mario.
I love Mario.
But yeah, I mean,
Mario,
it's a
what's
good
that?
game. It really is. The only thing that made Mario better than everything else was its controls were more fluid. They were easier to play. But there's a vast amount of side scrollers out there that never made it popular because the controls were a little awkward, so nobody played it. Plus, Mario kind of got bundled with Nintendo being made by some of their first-party studios. So, but it is a shame though when you think about older games. You talk with some of your friends, they have no idea what some good games are. Like we said earlier about like Chrono Trigger and stuff. Like I was big into RPGs as well, so I played a lot of that. And,
I want to make an admission
almost
now.
nobody knows what they are.
Okay.
I own Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you never played it, did you?
I started to, and I got into it for probably like 2 weeks, and I played it, not every night, but when I would play it, I'd probably spend 3-4 hours playing it. I just could not get into it. I don't know.
It was hard for me at first because it's not my favorite. Everybody praises the game to be number one. It's great as far as the RPG system goes. I think that's why. It was made by Square, and they did all the Final Fantasies, and I was big on those too. But I like Secret of Mana the best, which is it's another Square game. But I don't know. It's just
See, as soon as he lands, jump away. Don't
especially the graphics. I mean,
doing the slide isn't getting you away from the daggers. You got to get between them, and then as soon as they hit
Fuck.
the ground, he'll land and then
I
you
chose
jump.
Steve.
So I'm not constantly leaning over.
I chose Steve.
but yeah, if you've ever played
I
it,
think you
Brandon.
got it.
Yeah, we talked about how colorful this game is. When you play Secret of Mana, and actually even better, you can only play it in the Japanese version. There's a translation to that as well. But it's technically Secret of Mana 2 over there or something, or to us because it never came to US. But it's I
So
don't know how
Secret
to
of
pronounce
Mana-
it, but it's really the third game in Japan. Is what we
Secret
never
of
got
Mana is
the
actually 2
first
players.
game. But yeah, they're 2
Is it?
players. Yeah, and you can run around on the screen at the same time. Like, and it's not
But
a
it-
turn-based battle system.
And
It's
but another
like
thing
live.
is, another thing about it is, it doesn't start out 2-player. Like you have to finish. some
Yeah,
of
you
it.
have to acquire your party members before somebody can take over their controls.
Just
But
stop
really,
being fun.
if you ever play the Japanese third one or whatever, it's got actually shadows, and for being like a 2D game,
This is
I
ridiculous.
program like 2D games. I can tell you right now,
Uh-huh.
doing shadows with 2D art isn't cake.
What
Yeah.
the math's all there for 3D because it's got a lighting engine. 2D, it's all visual effects, like hand programmed. It's
What do
pretty
you-
intense.
What do you think about? I wish I could remember the name, but have you heard of that game, modern game that's being released on Sega
What?
Genesis? Yeah,
I've
there
heard
was
of
a
people
there was a
doing this.
company that I think they did a Kickstarter for it,
Mhm.
and they made this huge. They got a bunch of input from fans. It started out as a fan game, and then kind of morphed into its own thing.
Yeah.
It's constantly sold out because they do them in limited print runs because it's kind of expensive to get them printed.
Well, that's why
And
a
it
lot of
goes
people
for,
just
like,
program
$60
for emulators. They'll just make ROMs on the computer because making a cartridge, yes, they used to have a cartridge copier way back, but now they're thousands of dollars if you could find one on eBay when it does come up for sale. Like it's just
I just wonder
lost
if
technology.
if you couldn't like.
you can. I think the only thing you can really buy is a regular Nintendo chip you can get, and it comes with enough memory on it that you can put ROMs on it more or less. And if you program your own, you can put it on there and play it on the actual console. So.
Since we're putting this on YouTube, I'll find the name of the game that I'm talking about, and we'll put it, down below in the whatever, the notes or whatever. There's another game that's coming out soon too. That's coming out on Dreamcast. Get it on Steam or Dreamcast.
Now, Dreamcast actually was so far ahead of its time because you could actually pirate games for it without a mod chip. It was
Oh,
like
yeah, I
the
remember
only
that.
console you could do that. You
Yeah,
could program your
could-
own games for it,
you
all
could
kinds of
pirate
things.
on PS1 without a mod chip.
Well,
it needed to
was
be a
like
certain
really, really
kind.
early one or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they whipped it out really fast.
As
That's
they
why.
tend to do.
That's why PlayStation came about because Nintendo. If you actually look on the bottom of your Super Nintendo, there's an expansion port that never got used for anything, and it was meant for a disc drive attachment that Sony was licensed to do, and they decided that it would be a better idea themselves
God.
to make their own games
What?
because Nintendo
Fuck
didn't
you.
want people
Fuck
copying
you.
discs and making copies of their games. They stuck to cartridge based, which is why N64 was still cartridge based.
Well, and I think that they got so paranoid after the whole thing with the regular Nintendo, where they lost the suit, where companies were able to make third-party games.
Well,
was
what
that company?
kinda-
It wasn't Tecmo, was it?
Really,
That
speaking
made,
of like
the
Square
weird-
earlier, that's
Uh-huh.
something that really hurt them is they lost the Final Fantasy series because they didn't go to disc. Sony got it after that because all the original ones were on Nintendo software or hardware.
You got one life.
I got this.
I mean, just look at nowadays how big Square's become. That was a lot of money.
You got one more. Go, go, go!
I was so disappointed.
All right, so
Fatality.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Chief Wigwam put it in our wigwam.
did you find
My
any? We have our producer here in the background, Remington. Did you find any level select codes?
Stage select and sound test. At the character select screen, press the shoulder buttons. Left 5 times, right 5 times. Now select a character. The stage select and sound test will appear on the next screen.
All right, so
During character selection.
Wait a second. We might want to set up the easiness again, though,
yeah, I'll go down to options.
if it hasn't.
And you said at the character select?
Okay, well, everything's good.
At the character select screen, press the shoulder buttons. Left 5 times and right 5 times.
That's all you do? Left
Yes.
5 times, right 5 times?
Both of us or
select
just
the
one of
character.
us?
I'll do it.
Whoever player 1 is, I imagine. Then select a character.
It didn't make like a noise or anything. Normally it'll make like a ding or something.
No.
I don't think I did it.
I don't think you did it, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks, John.
No problem. what I'm here
do you want
for.
to play through this again, or can we exit?
I would exit out and try it again.
Well, let's just die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just stand and let ourselves die and then continue. So that would mean you not shooting people, Cody.
Well, it's such a.
Those
It's-
bullets are moving so
you know.
fast to you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Can you imagine if bullets?
This makes an entirely new game. I
if bullets moved like
guarantee
that,
I'm
I would
gonna
be a
die
professional bank
faster
robber.
than you. Oh, we're tied. No, we're not. I'm one up. Oh, it's 1-1.
All right.
All right.
You guys should just play through
Are you
without
sure it's
doing
an-
a single shot.
It says character select and not beginning.
At the character select screen, press the shoulder buttons. Left 5 times. Right 5 times. Now select a character.
Maybe-
Stage
Is this set
select-
up where the shoulder buttons are inputting?
It should.
Yeah,
It
it
should.
be.
All right, all our options are good. At the character select,
should I
left
do it
5
too?
times, right 5 times. No.
It may only be a one-player thing too. Sometimes I have played a game where cheat codes wouldn't work with 2 players.
Let me try it.
should we get onto our characters that were?
I'm gonna try it again.
The first player should be there. There
What
you
stage
go.
were we on? We had the main bad guy.
I think that was stage 2 because you guys did 2 bonus stages.
No, we had.
I want to say 3, but
Yeah, that probably
More-
was 3 you were on.
Isn't
Let's do-
each bad guy gonna be a stage though?
no, it changes after the first stage or 2. Let's go with 4.
We'll try 4.
Morpheus.
The Smith Brothers.
All right. Are we past?
Yeah, we already beat the Smith Brothers. But I mean, we could pawn them again. If you wanted.
Yeah, they're gonna blow us away.
Doesn't this mean you guys are still going to fight the Indian Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to skip past the Indian Chief.
No.
You just want more lives when you get there.
Yeah. Not the way
Well-
we're playing.
The idea would be to have them.
Unless we're playing like we were, where the object is to die.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, fire's bad.
Oh, I can't stand over there.
Whatever. That splash damage from that fire is ridiculous.
What's amazing about these kind of games is how they can entirely defeat a man.
Yeah.
You know? We started out so excited, and we're at the point now where it's just like,
Ugh.
whatever.
Did we really not make it? Oh, wow.
All right.
We're just going to 5.
Yeah, we're just going to 5. All right, so we'll go ahead and end here. We're at about 12 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll start back at the beginning of the Indian stage.
All right.
All right, we'll be back part 4.
Part 4.